I think people are just wondering if Jurgen Klopp can bring that energy and sort of that fear back to Liverpool. He did point to Mikel Arteta and say, look, look at those struggles of Arsenal, look where they are now. Which is correct. Talking about Arteta being sacked and all this, 12 months, 18 months ago. But then Arsenal didn't spend this kind of dough, this kind of money on these kind of players. Now, maybe that's part of the problem. Having such a huge, stupid squad.
Yeah.
Utterly stupid. And we've talked about this. Trying to manage training, never mind games. Keeping everybody happy. Trying to keep everybody happy. But unfortunately, that's what he's been dealt. And he has to deal with it. But it looks to me with these results that I don't know if some of these players are really pulling their weight for him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it's starting to look to me. The scenario at Man United when Ranić was there and at the end Solskjaer, that one or two are just picking their salary up and doing just enough to keep the fans off their back but put them on the manager's back. That's kind of how it's looking to me as well. And that's a huge concern for any coach.
That's the feeling, isn't it? We talk about characters at Manchester United and how they've come together under Ten Hag. You just don't see that here.
No, I think that is because of how big this Chelsea squad is and how individualistic so many of those players are.
But there has to be progress, isn't there? There has to be a sign that something is happening.
I think what is saving Potter is how much more around the club is just a shambles. That how much dysfunction there is at Chelsea at different levels. They're spending money, but every other aspect of the club is a total mess. And that's both affecting and saving Graham Potter. Now, to that point, and you use Arteta as an example, great, but look at Manchester United. We just got to speaking with them. Ten Hag comes in. That club needed a major, readjust. And he did so over the course of a season. He got rid of what he thought was causing some of the issues. He brought in cheaply a player in Weghorst that nobody saw, but he knew what he wanted. And he went out and he got that player. Everybody knows that Chelsea needed a striker. Now, again, because of how shambolic things are being run, a striker not coming in, nobody knows whether to blame Potter, whether to blame Burley, whether to blame whether to blame the tea lady. Nobody knows who to blame around Chelsea's failing transfer policy, where they're spending a lot of money on. And that's saving him, but that's also, it gives him a lot more to do, but he's not making much of a change.
He's in this position where, not today in particular, but some of the games, Dortmund away, they actually played well, but can't put the ball in the back of the net, right? He's almost in a scenario where it's the opposite would be better, where they're not playing particularly well, but at least they've got somebody to stick it in the net and drive some results in the meantime, until he can get his style that Jules was talking about, his philosophy, working on the training. It's like Man United today. They weren't great, but Casemiro got a goal, and Rashford continues goal-scoring run, and it gets the job done.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.